Imagine waking up to the sound of gentle waves, stepping onto soft white sand, and looking out at a sea so clear that the sunlight seems to dance beneath its surface. This is Koh Rong, one of Cambodia's most beautiful tropical islands. Located off the coast of Sihanoukville, Koh Rong feels like a different world. The island is surrounded by turquoise water, white beaches, dense green jungle, and small villages where life moves at a slower pace. But Koh Rong is more than just a beautiful beach. It is a place where the sea, forest, sky, and people come together to create something unforgettable. The adventure begins before you even reach Koh Rong. From Sihanoukville, the journey across the sea takes you away from the busy mainland. As the boat moves forward, the city slowly disappears behind you. All around, there is nothing but blue water and open sky. Then, in the distance, a green island begins to appear. At first, it looks small, but as the boat gets closer, the island becomes more impressive. Tall trees cover the hills, white beaches curve along the coastline, and the turquoise water becomes so clear that you can see the shallow seabed beneath the boat. It feels almost unreal. Then the boat finally reaches the island. You step onto the beach, and the first thing you notice is the sand. Soft, bright, warm beneath your feet. The waves move gently toward the shore before disappearing back into the sea. For a moment, there is nothing you need to do. No traffic, no crowded streets, just the ocean. Koh Rong is famous for its beautiful beaches, and each one has its own personality. Some beaches are lively, with restaurants, small hotels, boats, and travelers. Others are quiet, surrounded by jungle and far away from the noise. Longset Beach, also known as 4K Beach, is one of the island's scenic stretches, with white sand, turquoise water, and tropical greenery. Standing there, you can understand why people travel thousands of kilometers to experience Cambodia's islands. The water changes color as it moves away from the shore. Near the beach, it can look almost transparent. A little farther away, it becomes turquoise. And beyond that, the color slowly changes into deep blue. The waves are gentle, and the warm tropical wind moves through the trees. You could spend hours simply sitting on the sand and watching the sea. But Koh Rong isn't only about the ocean. Behind the beaches is another world. Dense tropical jungle covers much of the island. Walking through the forest, you hear birds calling from somewhere above. Leaves move in the wind. Small insects disappear between the plants. Sunlight enters through gaps in the trees and creates bright patches on the ground. The jungle feels alive. Sometimes the path becomes narrow and difficult. You have to walk carefully over rocks and roots. But then, suddenly, the trees open, and in front of you is the ocean. That moment feels like a reward. After walking through darkness and greenery, you suddenly see an endless blue horizon. The contrast is breathtaking. One of the most beautiful things about Koh Rong is its simple island life. Near the villages, small boats rest beside the shore. Fishermen prepare their equipment. Local restaurants serve fresh food. Children play near the beach. And as the afternoon arrives, the sunlight becomes softer. There is something peaceful about watching people live so closely with the sea. Here, the ocean isn't just scenery. It is part of everyday life. It provides food, work, travel, and memories. As evening approaches, Koh Rong changes again. The bright blue sky slowly becomes golden. The sea reflects the sunlight. The white sand turns warm orange. People stop walking and begin looking toward the horizon. Then the sun starts disappearing. Slowly, the sky becomes a mixture of gold, orange, pink, and purple. The ocean looks like a giant mirror. For a few minutes, everything seems completely still. You realize that you don't need an expensive restaurant or a luxury hotel to experience something beautiful. Sometimes, all you need is a beach, a sunset, and enough time to watch it. After sunset, darkness slowly covers Koh Rong. The sounds of the day become quieter. The jungle becomes almost silent. The stars begin appearing above the island. And then something extraordinary happens. In areas with little light pollution, tiny bioluminescent plankton can glow when the water is disturbed, creating little flashes of blue light. Imagine standing in the dark ocean. You move your hand through the water. Suddenly, Tiny blue sparks appear around your fingers. You move again. More lights appear. For a moment, it feels as though the stars have fallen from the sky and entered the sea. You look upward. Stars above you, blue lights beneath you, and between them, you are standing quietly in the warm Cambodian Ocean. It is one of those moments that photographs can never fully capture. Koh Rong is beautiful because of its beaches, but its real beauty comes from something deeper. It gives you a chance to slow down, to listen to the waves, to walk without checking the time, to watch a sunset without taking a picture, to sit beneath a tree and simply breathe. The island reminds us that nature does not need to be complicated to be extraordinary. A white beach, a green forest, a blue ocean, a golden sunset, and a sky full of stars. That can be enough. On the final morning, the island looks different again. The sun rises over the sea. The beach is quiet. Small waves touch the sand. A few boats move slowly across the horizon. You know that soon you will have to leave. The boat arrives. You step aboard and look back toward the island. The beach becomes smaller. The jungle becomes a green line in the distance. And eventually, Koh Rong disappears behind the horizon. But the memory remains. The sound of the waves, the warmth of the sand, the color of the water, the sunset, and those tiny blue lights glowing beneath the night sky. Maybe that is the true beauty of Koh Rong. It doesn't simply give you a beautiful place to visit. It gives you a memory you can carry home. Koh Rong is not just an island. For many travelers, it becomes a feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace, and a reminder that somewhere in Cambodia, surrounded by the blue sea and green jungle, there is still a place where life can feel wonderfully simple. And perhaps that is what paradise looks like.